been at MacroFab for almost 2 years now, and I'm head of strategic sourcing. I am in charge of sourcing parts for our production jobs, parts that are not in stock at authorized or franchise distribution and otherwise need to be sourced in the open market. When we talk about counterfeit parts, I think it's very important to understand that this is nothing new. Counterfeit parts have existed for many, many years. It's only recently highlighted because of this massive shortage we're in, right? Saying that, it's also important to note that there's been companies, processes, and systems in place for many, many years to combat the counterfeit electronic components in circulation throughout the world. It's very important to work with a partner that either has the ability to test the parts in-house or has the resources to provide that testing before you just wildly purchase parts on the open market to put them into your product to go to production. And finding out that the parts may fail when you're further down the road in a production line, and it creates a much bigger problem. Sometimes parts are completely gutless and they're just sent out. And a lot of times you'll see that those are the cases where wire fraud is committed, right? Because the parts have been sent out with no regard as to whether or not they will conform to fit, form, and function. There are also counterfeit parts that are considered remarks, right? So these are still counterfeit because they're not new and original parts. However, the counterfeit artist, if you will, have the ability to fabricate these parts so well that they will appear new and even function, in some cases better than the actual original part, but still not be a new and original part, making them counterfeit. So there's a lot of risks associated with counterfeit parts, needless to say, right? From long-term product failure, boards blowing up in production, and in some cases, depending upon the product and the vertical that it's going into, if parts are found to be counterfeit, there can be criminal implications. I would say that one of the most effective ways to go about counterfeit avoidance would be to align yourself with a partner that has the abilities to test those parts in-house or has the resources to have those parts counterfeit tested. That's first and foremost. We'd like to kill the problem before it becomes a major issue. Having said that, I think the main takeaway is aligning yourself with someone who has navigated this part of the industry with a lot of success and proven quality, and you'll find yourself in a lot better position versus leaving yourself open for exposure and trying to solve the problem on your own. Just this year alone, over the thousands of jobs that we've had that have gone to production, 73% of those jobs were purchased through the open market, and we are running a 0% failure rate in terms of nonconformity or counterfeit parts. So out of the thousands of parts that MacroFab has strategically sourced for our customers on the open market, none of those parts have failed because of counterfeit. And I think that's a statistic that speaks pretty highly to our quality.